Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's MK894 here, back with another video today. And, as you can see, the white backstroke's back up. And if you've seen review number 15, which was my last review, that means it's time for another review. Oh my god, you guys. It's so good to be making reviews again. And not just that, but it's also one of the series that I have to finish. Because if you recall, my videos are going to be focused on series that I've created that I need to finish. My reviews being some of them. And on my dresser is many figures that I still have to review. Now, first question that you guys probably might have is that I'm already with bare hands instead of, with my gloves. Because the thing is, I'm actually doing something with my gloves, so I can't wear them right now. So I won't be able to wear gloves for the review, sadly. So I won't be able to do that. And if you've seen my Papers, Please videos, I believe in like the middle of the video I told you guys where I've been all this time, and it's been rough off camera. It has been really rough because, as you guys know, coronavirus and stuff is happening. But I'm trying to stay strong and I'm trying to continue, making videos. So today's video, I finally got something new. We're going to be taking a look at something new, one of the more recent things. And unless you saw the thumbnail, the title of the video, or you've seen the thumbnail, then you know what today's review is. So today's review, we are going to be taking a look at this. We're going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise Optimus Prime. So, as usual, we're going to take a quick look at the packaging. So as you can see right here, here is the Earthrise War for Cybertron Trilogy logo. That's the current series that's going on right now. We have the typical Transformers in red and the Autobot symbol right here. And immediately when I got this figure, I noticed how when I first got it in person, that Takara was on the top logo there, which is weird because usually I don't usually get figures from Takara, because as you know, Takara, they're the people who make the Masterpiece figure, like Masterpiece Optimus Prime or MP10 or MP or the current Masterpiece Optimus Prime. Here's a picture so you guys know what I'm talking about. So this new version of Masterpiece Optimus Prime, Takara makes those figures, and I didn't expect this to be like, because as you can see, there's the Hasbro logo right there, but also as soon as I saw Takara's logo, I'm like, wait, what? That's interesting. So yeah, this is the current series that's been going on, and let me tell you guys, tracking this figure down for me has been crazy. Literally, everyone likes this figure, and everybody has bought this figure. Like literally where I live, as you guys know, I live in California, and there's literally no more of, oh wait, jump cut. Anyways, I apologize for that little inconvenience. My set was falling apart for some reason. Don't know how that happened. I just like accidentally tipped the box backwards and then that happened. So yeah, tracking this figure down is crazy, and trying to buy him online, not a good idea, because on Amazon, look how much he costs. Look, he costs $60 right now, or $70 right now on Amazon. That is insane. And I found this guy at my local Best Buy, and he was the default leader class price, which is $50. And that for me was a steal, because not only was this guy the only guy left in the whole store, but also he was at the normal price. So I had to go ahead and pick this guy up before anybody else could. Anyways, going back, as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, Hasbro logo right here, A+, lots of cool art on this box. I really love this box. On the side of the box here, you have the logo again, Transformers Autobot Authentic. It's right there. Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy. Lots and lots of very cool artwork on the box. Let me just adjust the camera so you can see. Let's get my camera to focus. Okay, I think that's as focus as it's going to get. As you can see, lots of cool artwork. As you can see, there's a Quintesson right there. There's Wheeljack right there. There's Bumblebee over there. There's the Ark. There's the Decepticon ship right there. There's Megatron. There's Unicron all the way on the top right there, which is really cool. There's Unicron right there. We also have Sideswipe, I think. We have RC. We have the Ark crash landing to Earth. We have Shockwave. We have I don't know who this is. I think who is that actually? I don't recognize who this is. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, lots of cool artwork, very G1 art style, especially with the grid design on Sideswipe and RC. right there. On the top of the box, you just have a glitched Autobot logo, which is, I've never seen that before. We have a holographic planet, some more planets, Transformers War for Cybertron. We have Galvatron after he was thrown out of Unicron, I'm assuming. If you guys have seen the 1986 Transformers, the movie, then you guys know what I'm talking about. If not, then that's what happened. On the side of the box, you have a very, very awesome image of G1 Optimus Prime right there. He's a leader class, a classe leader classe with a K, like a Mortal Kombat style, and classe leader. These are all different languages. I don't know which languages they are, so on the bottom of the box, they're just words and things that hardly anybody cares about. And on the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. He can transform, he can go to the medical bay, he can have a base mode. Oh wait, I said that wrong. He has 35 steps, comes with all these accessories. And yeah, it's really cool. Also, one thing I want to point out, this Optimus Prime right here in the box is not the one that you get out of the box. This is the prototype that Hasbro made. How can you tell? Let me show you. Because on the box, as you can see, Optimus has yellow eyes. And we'll talk about paint applications once we actually get to the figure. So, as you can see, that's pretty much it for this amazing box. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So what we're going to do first is actually, before we get on to Optimus, we're going to actually open the box real quick. We're actually going to open the box. There is an accessory that comes with here that involves me opening the box. So let's go ahead and pop this box open. Let's just go ahead and dump everything out if they'll want more work with me, that is. Oh shoot, I forgot to open this panel this way. That's why I didn't want to come out. I'm actually going to take this out real quick, the background. We're going to have a quick look at that. So, glitched Autobot logo right here, a bunch of tech specs and stuff. So, why I took out the background of the box is because one of the accessories that comes with Optimus is this red visor piece right here. So, as you can see, there's like this red hidden message that's in the box, and you can't really see it until I put on this red visor right here. So, let me go ahead and put that in front of the camera so you guys can see it right there. So, you guys are in red. Just to pretend you're wearing a Dragon Ball Z Scouter. So as you can see, that says Micron, if I'm not mistaken. I can't really get the... Let's actually zoom in on the camera. Let's actually zoom in a little bit. Let's actually zoom in. Let me get the camera to focus. Oh no, it's going out of focus. There we go. I believe you could see it there. It says Micron. So yeah, that's the hidden message on the box. You can't see it without the red piece, so with the red visor you can totally see that. The word, it says Micron, and I believe that's a prime symbol. I think that's one of the symbols of the primes or something. And then when you take it off, you can't even see it. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to show. So let's go ahead and get this off the side. Comes with the instructions, all that good stuff. So oh shoot, I dropped the warranty is super important. Okay. And then I'm dropping a sheet, that was super important. Right, so I pretty much showed that off. So that's basically it for the packaging, the box. As Emgo would do, he would just throw his box across. So now, jump cut. Alright, you guys, so after that quick little break, let's go ahead and take a look at the brand new Earthrise Optimus Prime. And as you can see, here is the man, the robot, Cybertronian leader of the Autobots himself. And oh my god, just look at that. That looks amazing. That is without a doubt a G1 inspired Optimus Prime. Oh my god, I've been waiting for an Optimus Prime just like this for the longest time. Power of the Primes, he looked good in his vehicle mode. I mean, his truck mode had a bit of issues, but I still liked it. But this takes it to a whole other level. This actually reminds me of if you guys know the Toys R Us exclusive Optimus Prime that they released in 2012, this reminds me, its vehicle mode reminds me of the knockoff version that's like Voyager class size. Here's a picture of that Optimus Prime. It reminds me of this in its vehicle mode. That's when I look at this, it actually reminds me of that. So as you can see, here's Optimus with his trailer. Is very, 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 very G1 trailer. So let's go ahead and, before we actually get on with anything else, let's go ahead and have a look at Optimus first, and then we'll get on with the trailer. So let's go ahead and pop open the legs to get the trailer standing. Let's have a look at Optimus, and as you can see, oh my god, that's amazing. Translucent blue for the headlights, which is always very nice. molded in detail for the silver grille is always a plus for me. Silver is a cool color, don't argue. We have some rivets right here for the windows, translucent blue windows with the silver trim, looks very nice. Unpainted headlights, I'm probably gonna like paint those with my gold Sharpie. Gray right here for the outtake, I believe that's what it is. Silver for the grille. Right here we got some molded in details on the side, as well as the iconic silver stripe that leads to the front of the truck. Blue translucent here for the windows. We have some silver smokestacks right here that aren't very tall for safety reasons. We have some gray tires which aren't painted, but at least they're a different color. We got some molded in detail right here, as well as some more rivets. We got the silver gas tanks right here. We have the wheels, which are actually painted. I didn't do this myself. It came by this by default, which is really, really nice. I'm glad that Hasbro is doing that now. We got some molded in detail in the back. We have silver for the tail lights, I believe. On the back, we have some more molded in detail right here. And on the top side of the truck, we have the port where the truck hitch will go. The air vents, the iconic Optimus Prime air vents. And yeah, really cool. He rolls as rolling things should. Oh, ready for rolling. But whoa, Optimus, you're not going anywhere yet. Okay, so Optimus, really cool. Now let's have a look at the trailer. So as you can see, very G1 inspired trailer. I like it. I really like it. MK894 approved. Right, so as you can see, Autobot symbol right there. We have the iconic blue stripes that lead up to the back of the trailer. Silver wheels, again by default, very nice. You have the molded in detail on the back for the door, the trailer door, which is going to open. I'll get to that in just a moment. Plenty of trailer molded in detail. We got some riveting stuff on the underside. They got some molded in detail under there as well. They have ports, which I believe we'll get to that in just a minute. A little gripe that I have about the trailer is that usually for Optimus Prime's trailer, there usually is a white stripe in the middle right here, and they left that unpainted, which kind of stinks, but it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. So at least it's at least you can tell that, like, what's it called? It's kind of a different color compared to the rest of the trailer. But other than that, yeah. So let me tell you guys right off the bat. Actually, before that, let me go ahead and reattach the trailer. And Optimus rolls with the trailer. He can roll pretty much like a normal truck should, which is really well. So yeah. So before we get onto my main complaint about this figure overall, which is my only bad point that I have about, we'll actually have two what's it called, negative points for this figure, but we'll get to that momentarily. Let's get on to some comparisons, shall we? Let's. So for deluxe size, let's go ahead and bust out my Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack Cybertron Optimus Prime, or as you guys know, if you pick up the original Protoform Optimus Prime. So as you can see there, rather small, but it is deluxe size, so that looks pretty good scale, I think. Alright, next comparison, let's go on to Voyagers right here. So we're gonna go ahead and grab one of my favorite Optimus Primes of all times, my Combiner Wars Voyager class Optimus Prime. And as you can see, I did some modifications to this Prime. I painted in some of the things myself, like fixed some things. Really old figure, I got him in like 2015 or something. So yeah, these are the Voyager class figures from yesteryear. So let's have a look of how they look together. Obviously the cab's way bigger. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And let's do it the other way around so you have an idea. Cab is a little taller as well compared to my Combiner Wars Optimus Prime that I have. So very cool. And to get an idea of how the leaders from yesteryear were, meaning back in 2007, here is my 2007 leader class Optimus Prime, the big guy I reviewed for review number 14. So you see, very big, doesn't even, like, look at that, that's huge. I'm telling you, the leader class toys from back in the day, huge. They were huge. Literally, like pretty much the whole length. Almost, wait. Yeah, almost the whole length, because a bit right here is poking out, sort of. So yeah, it's huge. this Optimus is pretty big. And as for more recent figures, here's my Power of the Primes Optimus Prime right here. He's my more recent Transformers figure that I have. When I say recent, I mean like what's it called? My second newest figure. And what I mean by new is like when Hasbro released it. So in this case, he would be my second to newest figure. As you can see, they're a good size, I think. Even though Power of the Prime's Optimus is a little bigger than that of my new one. As you can see, he kind of beats him from the back. So there you have that. Okay, nice. So, my main complaint, like the main, like what's it called, like why did they do this, is that, well, this is all Hasbro's fault. This isn't the toy's fault itself, it's Hasbro's fault. That, they shrunk the sizes of not just leader class figures, but Voyagers and Deluxes as well, so they're much more smaller than the previous ones, which is why like my Power of the Primes Optimus is like much bigger. And that's like Hasbro's fault, because they're the ones that decided to make it smaller. And that really does suck to me. Like for example, I really wish that this Optimus was much bigger. That would have been awesome if they were able to make him bigger, but he's not, and it is what it is. So I'm still happy with my Optimus as is, but still, I actually wish he was kind of bigger. Right, so let's go on to special features. So let's go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and deal with the trailer. So let's go ahead and detach Optimus. As you know, one of the main features is that we can lower the legs to set the trailer by itself. But what we can also do, G1 style, is we can crack open the trailer, open it up G1 style, lower the ramp, and here's the little PTO drone right here. And I accidentally detached him. We'll get to that in a second. And as you could see, we have a G1 trailer base, which I've really wanted for a long time. I really wanted a trailer that can just open up like this G1 style with a drone. The only thing that would make this even more better is if this trailer came with Roller. That would be really amazing. If you guys don't know who Roller is, here's a picture of Roller. He's basically a little tiny carrier transformer who can carry Optimus's weapons, carry fuel, energon to him, protect like Sam or Spike Wiki, depending on what continuity you're following. So yeah, really cool. This would have been even better if he came with Roller, but he doesn't. And as you can see in the trailer, a bunch of molded in detail that isn't painted. It would have been awesome if this was painted. Or just get repro labels that fit for this if they even make any for this set. Now I will tell you, here's one point where they messed up. So this is kind of funny because this has never happened to me before. So let's have as you saw, this is actually a feature that you're able to do. So you can actually detach the little drone and attach it to Optimus in robot mode, which we'll get to that in a second. So let me show you guys something. If you look at the drone from this top view, notice something. Do you guys notice that something is off? Yeah, if you guys can notice that, this has never happened to me before, and it's kind of funny because, as it turns out, my little PTO drone here is actually misassembled, and that's never happened to me before. So look at this arm. As you can see, this arm is like bending upwards like this. But if you look at the other arm, something's not right here. And if I detach it from the ball joint, these are just ball jointed arms, so let me go ahead and remove it real quick. And here's the problem. Do you see that? So what happened is the people who made my figure, they built the little drone with 2 left arms, and that's funny because I'm not even mad. When I first found out about this, I didn't even know until I like opened it from the first time, and I'm all like, wait, what? Like I'm more confused than mad. I'm not even mad that this happened. It's actually pretty funny that that happened. So it is a shame that my trailer was misassembled a little bit, only the drone. But other than that, I'm pretty happy that it looks this cool. And as you guys can see, the trailer can store Optimus's gun right here. So let's go ahead and unpeg that from the trailer. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. As you can see, a purely Optimus Prime gun right here. with the peg on the side. So if you want to like peg it sideways, you can, just like how it was in the trailer. Or you can peg it by the handle of the gun. You totally can do that. So very nice. Quick comparison here so you can get an idea of how Optimus's gun has changed. Here's my Power of the Prime's Optimus's gun, which is also G1 based. So as you can see, what they have basically changed. What's different? What's the same? So yeah, they made it. They try to make it a bit more sleeker. This is a gunmetal gray, while this gun is black, which is pretty cool. I like both colors. Both colors look cool. So that's just an idea of what they did, or what they changed compared to like my previous Optimus guns. And you already know what they changed for my Power of the Prime's Optimus gun. They made that gun is way bigger. Not to mention it splits into 2 weapons as well. So let's go ahead and close the trailer real quick. We'll get back to the trailer momentarily, but let's go ahead and close it up real quick. Well, the trailer has some more features, which we will get to shortly, but for right now, let's go ahead and set the trailer to the side. Let's go ahead and, also another feature that the gun has is you can collapse it, the gun, kind of like MP10's gun, how you can actually collapse it as well, which is pretty cool. We'll set that to the side, and let's get back to Optimus, because you know what time it is? It's transformation time! So let's go ahead and get Optimus from his awesome vehicle mode into his even amazing looking robot mode. Let's go! So, first step, what we're going to do here first for the first step is we're going to push in the gas tank. So you just collapse the gas tanks like that. Already, you're one step into this awesome robot mode. Now, what you're going to do next is you're going to grab the tire, pull it out to unclip. As you can see, there's a tab and a slot right there, which for vehicle mode tabs in right there, so it locks into place. You're going to pull that out to free that. You're going to do it on the other side as well. The next step, you would put your finger on this tab right here, pull it free to untab another panel right here. Next, you're going to go ahead and put your finger right here, pull this tab, open this panel, and you're done with that side. All right, second verse, same as the first. Open this panel, open this one, and all right, alrighty tidy. Now the next step, we're going to do this G1 Optimus Prime style, which is the classic way of transforming Optimus. Is you pull Optimus's arms free, G1 style. So you pull it like this and then pull it like that. Classic Optimus Prime transformation style. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch Optimus's arms out just to get them out the way. So let's go ahead and do that. And now the next step is we're going to bend Optimus's legs downward. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to grab Optimus right here with one hand and we're going to pull it up. And that's the grill, the headlights, where the headlights are going to detach from the bumper. So that's the next step. Now, the next step you're going to do is you're going to lift this up all the way up like that. You're going to come into the back here, and you see these two pieces right here. They're going to form the back of Optimus's sides right here. So you're going to go ahead and push them forward into place, like that, and they'll click into place. And that like finishes Optimus's back. So we're getting somewhere. Now, coming to the legs right here, we're going to go ahead and fold these pieces down. They're going to tab in. There's a tab right here in a slot. Just fold it down. And you pretty much hid those away. And notice how the tops of the shins right here are asymmetrical. So it's much more easier to open the right one than the left. So yeah, little fact that I might as well point out there. Alright, going back to here. What you're going to do next is you're going to take Optimus's upper torso, the faux grill right here. And you're going to rotate his waist 360 degrees until his faux grill is where his belt area is. Alright, next step you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and fold up the grill, the bumper rather. You're going to fold this up, just grab right here and fold it up like that. Okay, the next step you're going to do is you're going to open this part right here. You're going to open the back. It is a bit difficult at times, but you're going to go ahead and do that. Open the back, and what you're going to do is you're going to flip out Optimus's head. Close that back up. It is a bit tricky to get Optimus's head into place, but it can be done. There you go, like that. Now the next step you're gonna do, and this is an issue with the figure as well. Might as well point out that, as you notice, this piece of plastic right here, it's like touching this area right here, which makes it difficult to like open this panel to like free it up. While right here there's like a little gap, so it makes it easier. So that is a bit of an issue, that it's too close, and it's sort of like if you were to like shave the part of the plastic, then that could fix the transformation. So okay, right, I'll explain that later. So and since I'm not really making sense. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your finger right here, free this section up, and you're going to go ahead and take the windows and you're going to fold them up like that. Now, the next step you're going to do is you're going to fold the panels that you freed in vehicle mode into place. You're going to like fold these in right here. Now, you're going to grab onto the original vehicle mode grille and headlights, and you're going to pull them out and fold them in so they're collapsed right here. So all you have is the windows. Okay, guys? So, next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold this back into place, and then fold Optimus's upper chest into place. And as you can see, 2 slots, 2 tabs. Fold it in, it will click into place, and you're done with Optimus's upper torso. Now, the next step, you take these 2 wheels from vehicle mode, collapse them into place. Now, next step you're going to do is you're going to split Optimus's legs, flip up with the foot, flip the heel into place. It's a bit hard the first time, but I'm sure it's going to get loose. Alright, so flip up Optimus's foot, flip back his heel, and you got his feet all done. Alright, so let's go ahead and move with the camera and let's zoom in. Right here so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, the next step you're going to do is you're going to open up this panel, flip out the fist, close it up, fold Optimus' arm down, and you're done. Alright, the second verse same as the first. Flip him the fist, close the panel, bend it down, fix Optimus' head into place. And are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Yes, we are done! So as you can see, here we have Earthrise, War for Cybertron Trilogy, Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And you know what? This Optimus looks much more G1 inspired than my Power of the Prime's Optimus. And I'm not saying that because he looks better. I'm just saying that because it's facts. That my Power of the Prime's Optimus looks amazing. This Optimus, it's a whole other level of amazing. Like, it's up there. Like, my Power of the Prime's Optimus is right here of amazing. My Earthrise one, which is this one, is right here. So yeah, really cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and give him his gun. So let's go ahead and lift that back up. Form it back into gun mode. Let's go ahead and give Optimus his gun right here. Open his hand up. I'll get to that when we get to the articulation real quick. Close up his hand. There we go, and he holds it nicely. Alright, so coming in to have a look at his face. That's Optimus Prime for you, without a doubt. So let's go ahead and have a look at Optimus's face. Very nice blue eyes. No light piping, but that's okay. I'm loving the paint applications. Metallic. It's not showing on camera, but his head is indeed a metallic blue, which is really nice. One thing I don't like is that, unlike the prototype on the box, what I showed you with the yellow eyes, they didn't paint his nose and like around his eyes, so they left that blue. That does kind of bother me, but it's not too bad. You can't really notice it from far away anyway. The chest. Very, very G1 Optimus. Autobot symbol on his shoulder. Very, very nice. Metallic blue for the fists, that's really, really cool. Silver fist on Optimus, on my Power of the Prime Optimus looks amazing, but metallic blue looks even better. Going down to the legs, as you can see, on the back, as you can see. Now, for most people, I've seen other people's reviews on Earthrise Optimus Prime, and this section right here where the tires, they'd have pointed out that for some people it does bother them. Me personally, I actually don't care, mainly because you're going to be looking at Optimus like this, not from the back, so it doesn't really matter. Right, so as you can see, Optimus looks amazing, and he holds his gun really nice as well. Right, so now let's move on to the articulation. So as you know, Optimus's arms can move a full 360 degrees from the shoulder. His arms can move out that far, as you saw in transformation. He has a bicep swivel right here. His arms can move about 90 degrees of elbow movement right here. He has a wrist swivel. His hands can open up, which is a plus for me, because that's really cool. You don't get that type of articulation nowadays. So, right, so let's go ahead and... He does have a 360 rotation. The only thing is, you have to unclip these in order to get a full 360 rotation. You just have to, like, move Optimus' arms forward, and you can totally do that. Let me just flip this down. And yeah, you can totally get a full 360 rotation as long as you untransform that bit. Right there. But if not, then he's kind of hindered. But he can move quite a bit, which is really good. Really, really good. His legs can move out that far. He has a thigh swivel, which is really, really nice. His leg bends really far, over 90 degrees of knee bend right there. He has a ankle tilt, which is really helpful for you guys who like doing poses, me included. He can do the full splits, I might as well point that out. His head, it is on the ball joint, I believe, from the looks of it. I think he's on the ball joint, so his head can rotate 360 degrees. He can look up that much. He can look down decently. His head can like bob around. He can look all the way around because, as I said, his head can rotate 360 degrees. And yeah, overall, pretty nice articulation. Now, let's move on to some special features. So as you see, the gun already is one of the accessories, but there is some things you can do with the trailer. So let's go ahead and crack the trailer back open. One more. Go ahead and open the trailer back up. So a feature that you can do is actually undor the trailer. So if you grab right here and pull, this can detach. So let's go ahead and lower that down. As you can see, this forms into a little shield for Optimus. So there's a peg hole right here. And what you can do is there's a peg hole. No, there's a peg right here and a peg hole on Optimus's arm. So you can go ahead and attach that and give Optimus a little shield. And that reminds me of last night Optimus Prime. And that's actually cool that Optimus has like a little shield so he can freaking block shots and then fire back. That's just awesome. I think that's cool. Most people don't like this accessory, but I'm actually one of the people who actually does like it because I think that makes Optimus look even better. So now another feature you can do, let me go ahead and attach this back onto the trailer. Another thing you can do is you can do what people do with their G1 figures. You can stand up the trailer and have this function as a little medical bay for Optimus. So let's go ahead and open up the drone again. So let's go ahead and open up the drone, like lower the arms. Right there. Alright, and you can like get Optimus right here. You can stand them right here, and this will function as his little medical bay right here, his little base of operations. You can have like the drone repairing him right there. That's really cool. And as you saw earlier, the drone was able to detach, and there's a reason for that. So what you can do is, oh, there we go. You can detach the drone from the trailer, and as you can see, there's a peg right there on the drone itself. So what you can do is, if you collapse the drone right here, like that, and if you look at Optimus's back, there's a port right there. So you can go ahead and plug in the drone right there, and it can function as a jetpack. Now, granted, it is a bit tall, but I honestly don't mind it. I think it looks cool. So you can totally have flying pods. Like if you have like those like custom blast effects that you can buy, you can totally like plug those in right there. So you can like have Optimus flying and then shooting Decepticreeps in the face. I think that's awesome. Another thing, this was a kind of weird one, is that you can plug this on the arm right here. So he can totally like try to imitate Megatron and have a little like freaking ion cannon on his arm. That's more weird than cool to me, but okay, it's a thing you can do. You can do it, so, and if you can do it, then you can do it. It's that simple. Going back to Optimus's gun, remember how I said that you can actually collapse it? So there's another reason for that, so you can go ahead and collapse Optimus's gun here, and with the side port, or the bound on the back, it doesn't really matter which one, you can plug Optimus's gun on his back right here to store it. So you can totally imitate those scenes where Optimus just reaches in his back and pulls out his gun. You can totally do that. You can plug it in his arm if you want to, but I think that's weird. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you can if you want to. It's a thing you can do. So let's go ahead and give Optimus's gun back. Because as you know, Optimus is supposed to be blasting Decepticons' faces off. It's what he does. He blasts Decepticons for a living. He blasts them to oblivion. As you see, a little pose right there. And also, one of my favorite accessories that it comes with is a tiny little accessory. They didn't have to do this, but they did. So what you can do is, you can put your finger right here onto his chest. Open it up, and as you could see, they even had the time to include a tiny matrix of leadership inside of Optimus's chest. And as you know, I'm always down to have a matrix in my Optimuses. So you can actually remove this tiny matrix right there. And whoops, I accidentally dropped the PTO drone. So before, that was an epic fail. Okay. Alright, that was a small inconvenience. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. I didn't break anything. Which is good. Alright, moving along. Let's go ahead and, before we actually have a look at this awesome matrix, let's go ahead and have a look at the inside of Optimus' chest. nice gunmetal gray on the inside of the windows, as well as the area where the Matrix is stored. That looks awesome. Really, really nice. I really, really like that. And the Matrix was just as cool. So as you can see, there's the Matrix, as you can see. Really, really cool. The gem, the stone that's inside the Matrix looks really nice. Molded in detail for the handles of the Matrix, and as well as the Matrix core, which is a nice gold color. The handle itself is silver, which is really, really nice. Light piping for the Matrix as well, so if you shine in a light bright enough, we will get some light piping, which is always nice to have. Really, really cool. And the thing is, the Matrix, it can actually fit in Optimus' hand, though it's not big enough for him to open it, which is a shame, because I'm more than happy to have a Matrix that opens. Pretty sure everybody who collects Transformers would. So yeah, it can fit in Optimus' hand, though granted he can't open it, which is a shame. But it's okay. It's cool on its own anyway. So there you have that. Really, really cool. I really love this figure. I can't express enough how much I love this figure. And oh, Optimus, you're untransforming yourself. Why? Why are you doing that? I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and real quick, let's go ahead and retransform his trailer back into its storage mode real quick. So let's go ahead and do that. Easy peasy. It only takes 2 seconds. And as I pointed out earlier, when I opened the trailer for the first time, if you don't want to, you can. If you don't want to store the gun on Optimus' back, you can store it in the trailer when not in use. So, alright. So, now that pretty much being all its features, let's go ahead and get into some comparisons, shall we? Let's. Right, so to start off our comparisons, here is our Power of the Primes Orion pack. So let's go ahead and start off something small. So let's go ahead and start off with... I should have started with my Cybertron Optimus Prime, but too late to go back now, so as you can see, that's how they look together. I believe Earthrise Optimus Prime is a bit bigger than Orion pack, so there you have that. Here he is with, who I should have started off with at first, my Deluxe Glass Cybertron Optimus Prime, who I believe is review number 12. I'm pretty sure, because I went back to my videos when I was uploading Papers, Please, part 6. So, as you can see, my Cybertron Optimus Prime is much smaller. Thank goodness my trailer was right behind him. As you can see, my Cybertron Optimus Prime is much smaller than the Earthrise one. Also, I might as well point out something before we end the review, is that this guy, Earthrise Optimus Prime, I've heard from the various reviews that I saw, I mentioned earlier in the video, that apparently this guy is a slight remold of the Siege for Cybertron Optimus Prime. I actually skipped out on that figure on purpose because I didn't really like Siege for Cybertron Optimus Prime. I didn't really like that figure. Even though he did look G1 like this figure, I just prefer this figure over the original one if this guy is a remold, even though he doesn't look like a remold. His transformation is a little similar, but other than that, it doesn't appear to be a remold from what I can see. But I just skipped out on the Siege Cybertron figure. Here's what that Optimus Prime looks like. So as you can see, I didn't really like it to be that Optimus's vehicle mode. It just, something about it didn't seem right to me. I prefer the War for Cybertron and Fall for Cybertron vehicle mode for when it comes to Cybertron modes. This kind of reminds me of the Transformers animated what's it called, vehicle mode. So I just wanted to point that out before we go. So yeah, as you can see, my Cybertron Optimus Prime is quite solar. Here is one of my personal favorites. Here is the Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. These are how big leader class, Voyager class figures were. They were much bigger than the current leaders. I'm pretty sure not every leader class figure is as tall as Optimus. I'm pretty sure some are slightly bigger, but these are the leader Voyager class figures I'd rather have that are this size. I prefer figures that big, but that's just me. If you guys do as well, for you Transformers collectors out there, let me know in the oh wait, never mind. I just remembered this video is gonna be marked as for kids, so the comment section doesn't exist. So every time I set the comment section, ignore that. Ignore that. Don't worry about it. So yeah, pretty cool. Another comparison I'm going to leave out, I might as well say this right off the bat, is my 2007 Optimus Prime, because he takes too long to transform, so that's why we're not going to use him for a comparison, so we're going to go ahead and leave him out for the robot mode comparison, real quick. So, that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our last comparison. So, here is Power the Prime's Leader Class Optimus Prime. So, if you were like me and you've purchased the Leader Class figures from the Primes, you probably aren't really a fan of Hasbro decreasing the sizes of the Leader Class figures. Why, I ask? Well, like, just look. Like, you can definitely see why that is. Why, like you're not really with Hasbro on the idea of, oh, let's make the Leader Class figures smaller. You can see why, because this Optimus is much bigger. Now, when going into when I said earlier, this Optimus looks great. He looks definitely G1 inspired for sure. But this Optimus, it just spells out G1. I noticed, however, that the paint applications, I noticed when I first started pulling out the comparisons for the review, that this Optimus is like shade of red for his robot mode is much more different than this one. This one kind of reminds me of the Dakara MP10's dead, as I like to call it, dead Optimus Prime color scheme, because he's a much more darker red, as of unlike my Power of the Primes Optimus, how he's a much more brighter shade of red. Now, I do admit that the lighting's probably messing up the reds, but I guarantee you can tell that it's a different shade. Now, one more comparison I might as well add is, let's go ahead and compare the matrices real quick, because if you guys remember, this Optimus also came with a matrix, so let's go ahead and have a look at that real quick. Let's go ahead and have a look at the matrix from this Optimus right here, and let's compare it to the new Optimus's matrix. Let's go ahead and do that right now. So let's go ahead and open the chest up again one more time. There we go. Clearly the difference is the matrices are much smaller, but let's see what else is different about the matrices apart from, well, obviously the size. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, already I could see quite a difference. So, as you can see, this Matrix looks more like the movie version of the Matrix. If I can get the camera to focus. There we go. As you can see, the colors are much more movie inspired, as well as the shape. Unlike this Matrix, how it's just the plastic of the handle. Don't get me wrong, this Matrix looks good. Both Matrices look good, but if I were to choose which one looks the best, I'm going to have to go with the Earthrise version. This Matrix looks good, don't get me wrong. It looks amazing, and especially the light piping as well. But when it comes to like which one looks more like the Matrix, I'm going to have to say it's this one. So, yeah. Earthrise Matrix wins that round. So let's go ahead and put the Matrix back in his chest. Right there. Close it up. Also, I think this Optimus's chest is much more easier to open than Power of the Primes was. Because he has like two different panels. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like accurate with the movie for the Transformers the movie from 1986. Don't get me wrong, it's accurate in that regard. But overall, it's just like, for me, it's just like easier to open this Optimus's chest than this one. So yeah, one last look at the two Optimuses, the two leaders of the Autobots together. So you can kind of see what they did here. So, yeah. There you have that. And, yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up the review. So, my thoughts? I like this figure. I really do. He's a very, very welcome addition. Welcome addition to my Transformers collection. Really, really nice. I'm really digging the trailer. As well as, you know, he looks like G1 Optimus Prime. That really is awesome. I will continue to hunt down more Transformers figures for many, 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 many years to come. Because I don't plan on leaving YouTube anytime soon, so I just want to like point that out. Let's go ahead and get Optimus in like in his G1 like pose real quick. There we go. That looks about right compared to his G1 counterpart's pose, I think. Because whenever, if you guys seen Transformers G1, for the commercial breaks, Optimus would always stand in these in this like iconic pose. It's really iconic. Here's what he actually looks like in that pose. Pretty sure I got it close. So yeah. So overall, my thoughts? Positive. I really recommend that you pick this figure up if you guys are into the wanting to complete your collection. Like for example, if you guys have a War for Cybertron Trilogy collection, then I would highly recommend you guys pick up this figure. I really like this figure. You guys might like this figure too. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Earthrise Optimus Prime. So my thoughts, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Wanna know why? Because, well, the entire review says it all. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up, and that's gonna be it for today's review of review number 16. Earthrise Optimus Prime. Don't forget to check out my Divine Art. I'll leave you a link in the description down below, so be sure to check that out. Don't forget to check out my Discord server if you guys are interested in joining the GDS server. Be sure to check the link down below. If you guys are new to the channel, over 13, I might remind you, if you guys have seen my Dragon Ball Z Fighters video, I told you, you guys have to be 13 to join the channel because, you know, COPPA screwed over YouTube. So, if you guys are over 13, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell icon so you get notifications for, well, most notifications, unless it's like from my reviews, because, you know, kid-friendly stuff. So you will get most of my reviews whenever I upload a video, so be sure to do that. And that's pretty much going to be it. So, today's review of review number 16 on the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise Optimus Prime. And this is MK894, aka Meta Knight 894, signing out. Peace out, Galaxy Defenders, and remember, you never know unless you find out. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, you guys. Autobots, roll out.